We're going to have a look at a pike rig that's a little bit different now, and that's the drifter float. Perfect for fishing still waters. It's ideal for getting your bait out to long ranges, to spots that otherwise you couldn't fish. Starting with the main line, I've got my standard Fox Horizon 30-pound braid there. If there's one type of pike fishing that really demands a braided line, it's drifter float fishing. You're likely to be fishing anything between 100 and 200 metres, so it's absolutely vital that you've got a low stretch line. The first component that we've got on the line is a stop knot. Obviously you can use a float or a braid stop, and that will control the depth at which the bait is fished. So that's adjustable. You can pull it up and down the line to suit the conditions. A good starting point there would be to try and fish the bait at around 2/3 depth, and then try through the day at different depths to try and work out where the pike are feeding. Below that we've got a bead which just protects the knot, and then we move down to the float itself. This is the Fox System drifter float, and threaded onto the line we've got this controller arm, and what this does, it keeps the braid away from the stem, provides stability, and obviously just keeps the braid up out the way on the surface where it needs to be. So we've got the braid threaded through there, and then at the other end of the stem we've got a snap link with the drifter float itself, and by having it on an arm like that and attached with a link swivel at the bottom, it can revolve to catch the wind, and obviously as it catches the breeze with a vane which has got a bit of a kink in it to allow it to catch the wind, that's what brings it across the surface. So it's a dead simple rig. It probably looks a little bit complicated in the packet, but it's pretty easy to use. Moving down the rig, we've got a 25-gram quick change egg sinker, and obviously that allows us to change the weight through the day to suit the condition. And then we've got a ready-made trace with a snap link, standard 2, size 6 trebles with bait flags. Now this rig can be used either with a dead bait or a live bait to cover vast areas of water that otherwise wouldn't be accessible. Couple little tips: if you ever get to the water that you're fishing and you can't get, the wind's blowing the wrong way and you can't get out to the areas that you want, a couple of things that you can do. Those of you that have got a bait boat, you can actually run the rig out with the bait boat and drift back towards you as well. So even if the wind's not going in the right direction, there are ways around it as well. Drifter float isn't a method that gets used a hell of a lot, but it's a great way of opening up water and catching pike that don't see any angling pressure.